We are extraterrestrial. We are KNR.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Gumdu wonke okhoyo at this moment. And man, oh man, have I been waiting for this day. Kuve maskokuthiwa usuku olukhulu masiluyeza kudala selulindile. Well, trust and believe. Lufikile. And if you do not know, I've been saying this, I think, for the last couple of days. Bangamake, today is a very special day, not just because it is a Tuesday, no Safikile like Friday, but we are going to be in conversations. It's going to be conversations, in fact, with BABALWA, NGESE, the one and only, the ever so gorgeous, the talented intellectual. Yeah, Eva. First things first, how are you doing?
Hi, ma'am. Yo, Dilile, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good.
And I've been nervous. You look peach.
First things first. So you look gorgeous, by the way.
Thank you so much, my darling.
So namhlanje sincokola nabani. Please kindly introduce yourself. Tell us bangaba ngubani na kokunyusuka phi. Always say ba ingaske guest yami isixelele ngokwayo bangaba ke ngubani engathi kanti kwinto endiphosayo. Over to you.
My name is BABALWA NGESE, and I actually like to say this because I hold so much pride in both my names, or all my names rather, because I mean they're my identity. So BABALWA NGESE, Ntombi yasemagcineni, ndizalwa ke nguMambathane, and my father is the late Siganeko NGESE, and unobantu ke kumamam kamalomzi ke elo. Yeah, but yeah, that's about it. That's who I am. A daddy's girl.
Girl. I saw the profile picture on WhatsApp. And I thought, definitely a daddy's girl. Definitely.
Yeah, I am.
My goodness. Now, I want to find out, what did you study and exactly why?
I studied Bachelor of Arts in Motion Picture at AFDA before I went on to do studies with WITS, which was occasional studies. I didn't want to do my honors in media because I felt like I was not ready for that. But I studied motion picture at AFDA. And the reason for that, I think for me, I was always a communicator. I was always this person who was curious about people's minds, about what people like, but also just generally, I was always interested in people. And for a minute, I thought that meant or social worker, psychologist, whatever. But I needed something that deals with abantu. But then I realized that actually in my loving of people, I actually loved experiencing people fully. And I think for me, motion picture was where you get to have different characters, you get to have different roles that you play as a person. And I felt that that was a space enough for me to actually show off that side of me.
One thing I love about you, it's your energy that you bring in a room, John. But the moment you walk in there, yeah. Like that's one thing I always admire about you. No matter 2 minutes, and just want it's the life of the part, in fact. That But on that note, I quickly I see you. Also, we are joined by Sis Ndileka and also yes, Sis Ndileka now you thank you so much. And she's sending love. She's sending us love. Thank you.
Babes, love that right to you.
That's the energy I'm talking about. Yeah. If you didn't know, well, now you're about to know. BABALWA, you're not new on ITV, and I think that's something that a lot of people need to know. Because as from tomorrow's in a launch, with digital television. I mean, you're not new to TV. I mean, you have been on Ismaya, The Herd, and Igasi. Now, is there anything different?
There is a whole lot that is different about what we're going to be talking about today. With acting is that I don't come as BABALWA.
Okay.
I come as a character. What you encounter as an audience at home is a character. You don't encounter my views. You don't encounter my mind, my energy, my fullness, my whatever. I have to. If I'm Aluta, which is a character I was on The Herd, that's who Aluta is. If Aluta ngumntu odangeleyo, that's who she is. That's not who I am. Now with this show, it is a talk show. It is a show that then questions me. I am bringing myself. It almost feels like I'm about to be vulnerable to people because I'm coming with Ubabalwa, with my whole heart on my sleeve. And it is different. The anxiety is totally different. The anxiety of acting is that I need to fully embody this character. I need to find out, I need to research on the character, I need to do that. I'm just a vehicle of the person. But now here I am me, fully, completely, all the time. Whatever questions I ask, whatever views I have, it is me. So yeah, it is different.
Yeah. Usesikolweni namhlanje, I feel like you're educating us, but there's a huge difference. You know, there's a lot and then there's a like. I'm excited about everything. I mean, as from tomorrow, I feel like we're going to be looking at a whole different babalongoms. As from tomorrow going onwards, I want to talk more about hashtag City in Biz. In Biz, you know, like we want to find out what can we look forward to, as well as when is the launch.
In Biz, first of all, is a short name for In Business with BABALWA NGESE, which is going to be a show that premieres on the 10th of April, KNDT TV. The show, the ethos of the show, right, is, and it lies mainly in the understanding that all businesses go through change.
Yes.
And I think we thought, what better time to actually have the conversation of change in the business space, right? Because change tends to, when change comes, everyone is moved.
Yes.
Everyone's lives is changed. It almost demands to be noticed and known that it is here, but it also introduces possibilities. It wants, change needs people to explore what has this change brought. And so In Business with BABALWA NGESE, it's going to be a show that speaks to different stakeholders in the economy at large, be it's a brand on an individual level, be it's big corporates, be it's SMEs, but it's to have the conversation of how has the change that has come, that has been digitalization, affected you? What are the opportunities as it presented? What is the conversation of employability and unemployment rise? How do we tackle that conversation? And so many other questions that we will have to tackle, and many other views that will be taken into the show. But basically, as a summary, that's what it is.
You know, one thing I actually really found really interesting personally for me was the video that I got sent of, you know, what hashtag In Biz is definitely all about. You're going to be talking to so many different males as well as females who are doing different things, when you're dressmakers, your tailors, when you're farmers and everything. Babalos are busy. Like, you're going to be working.
Don't be my, I can get this. Don't be my bitizele.
Man, and I'm ready to even share that video as soon as I'm done. Like, so that everybody can actually understand. In business, that's not just strictly business, you know, by okay, go to A to Z. There's a lot that is definitely going to be coming in, and I specifically feel that this is the right time to actually start the show. So April, let's go, like, In Business.
Okay.
Now, just a quick one. When it comes to Izindo, I mean, if you do a lot. Who is your number one supporter? In fact, not even one, but let's just mention a band who have always been behind you and are still with you till today.
What are those emotional questions? You? Hey.
Support structure.
Son, and then it overflow your emotions.
And if I
I think mainly Ngumama. It's just, and the main thing about her is that she may not know what you're talking about. I understand show mama. I understand their views, their reviews, but one thing that she understands is that when I am frustrated, I need her to be in my corner, and she is in my corner. Umama will say, was my stress and tandazele. She'll wake up and make me breakfast because she sees I haven't been eating ekseni. So it's those kind of things. And I guess for me, the blessing in this has been that I'm coming home to do this work, and I'm doing it from home. So I get it's little things that I didn't realize that I would need. Like hey ntombi awuzuba late kulento because ubukwenye meeting, and then she's ironing the outfit I'd put out there. And this is not to say I'm enslaving her, but it's like, your mama enkosi, like, do you understand how much that means? But also I have a community. I am very intentional about the friendships I keep. I'm very intentional about abantu abasebomini bam. I have a community of very strong women, and very driven women, and they hold me accountable to the things that I say I want to be. They hold me accountable to the dreams I dream. and it's been, I can't mention names because it's been a thing of I've dreamt some of the dreams that are happening in my life on solid ground with them, on floors with them, and we're moving now to softer spaces, but we've come from the floor. Dreaming on floors. Do you understand? So I think it's mainly the community I've built around myself, and it's my mother as my solid support, and of course some of my community involves my family, obviously.
Yo, awusathethe kamandi, akhona imandi listening to you uthetha ngomama wakho bangaba ke uyawuthula eqa-meeting sekugqibile ayinela kwakuthina talk about a support, like, number one ayixoxisi sethanda uba spicy ke ku-invasion. Clears throat very fast. But you know what, I'll leave this question because
praise God, we see your work, oh
yes,
Jesus. Yes, Lord.
We leave it. It's okay, it's cool. No, strictly again, as a young and busy businesswoman and as an intellectual, what can one expect in terms of bangabake ubabalo simnike, no pressure, it's April, by December, what's going to be happening with InBiz? What can we look forward to?
One thing I know is that I'm excited about the show, and coming to a place where something like this for me, which feels so bigger than myself, it's way bigger than me. I'm half the time actually scared and afraid that wenzani, what is this that you're doing? But one thing is that I'm excited about launching it, and I'm also trying also not to be unpresent in the moment of its happening and it's becoming, because the person that I was in January when we started talking about this is totally a totally different person to whom I've become from it. So I also don't want to say God December, okay, this is what's going to happen, because I'm just skeptical of being unpresent. I want to be present in the moment. I want it to shape me. I want to become with it. But at the same time, I can say this for sure: the show is going to be great. We are going to give it our all. We are going to keep on coming back and coming back. And when we do fall with the team I'm working with, we're going to rise and come and try again as much as we can. Yeah.
Talk about the team.
I actually have a researcher who is a friend of mine, Ngusindile Bongela, who is in Cape Town, who literally has been the wind beneath my wings, literally, like in Dipachi Swangusindile, kwezinsuku especially. And then it's Enhle, who's mainly doing some camera work for the promos for Indoni. And then we're going to be working with Lloyd, and we're going to be working with Ubudkith, of course.
Oh, yes.
Ozisbongi, everyone in the team get from KNDT. But I have to give a special mention to Ubudkith for the support, and a special mention to Usindile Bongela, who's not even employed at KNDT, is doing this as a friend of mine who has masters and is doing his PhD and has the ability to do research at that level. And it's basically what I was saying about community. And it's Uminenhle, who used to work for Expresso. So it's quite great because she worked for a big TV show. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. Tomorrow I'm not mentioning the venue, but at 10 o'clock we have to be somewhere. And I'm excited for that one. Honorable guest. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Do not forget.
Yeah, dig.
Yeah, well, so that is where we will be, ladies and gentlemen. Just a quick one. Bangabage, you've just joined. I can see Bangabage khona abanye abantu basanofika ngaleli xesha. Just to give you a heads up, namhlanje we are in conversation with the ever so lovely, the gorgeous, I mean the one and only. Look at her on the other side of town. BABALWA, NGESE. Igama lika Ncebakazi walithiywa ngba.
My mom's sister, the doctors had declared that I may not make it alive. And my mother's sister, Omdala, umomkhulu wami wathi, ubabalo lenkosi luminati, which is ubabalwa. Wathi omnye inceba zakhe zimingo naphakade. And then my mom took both names.
You Dobby. Okay.
And I was born.
And you were born.
And I'm here. Alive, breathing, kicking.
What? Now, just before we end the day, uzawushiya nomphako othini namhlanje?
Nkosi yam.
On that note, okuhle ukhona uthi ke nancebakazi uthi afake nenhliziyo semhle ntombi. I can see. Oh, bethu
Phanini, engumntanam lo.
noba nguye.
Oh, molo mntanam.
Yeah, bethuni laa ntwana wami, man. This is like literally the greatest.
I'd say the quote I would give is, and being dead isn't being alive.
Mm.
So into banba awufanga. Ndifuna utsho ngesixhosa ithetha uba
Okay.
uyaphila.
Mm.
And to be alive is to live fully and to make the decision and be conscious of that I'm living fully in every single moment of my life and I'm grabbing it. And grabbing sometimes doesn't always have to look like you're grabbing dreams and you're catching flights and you're booked and busy, all those lines that y'all use. But it can sometimes mean that you are being alive in the things that are true to you and the things that are happening in your life. Be it's that you are going through a hard time, you are alive in those moments. You're a person living and you're honest to them and you give life to yourself so that you can then live your life fully as a person and you may get lessons if you need to.
Oh my goodness. And are you a motivational speaker in this life?
No,
Like, I see
no,
you
give me a podium and a mark. Now,
let's go. Okay, social media, because I want people to definitely follow you because there's a lot of content that one is definitely going to find. Social media handles, Zako, where can we find you?
so I'm on Instagram. I'm at BABALWA NGESE. Just one name, at BABALWA NGESE. I'm also on Twitter, and the Twitter streets. I'm still at BABALWA NGESE nakhona. Hey, uFacebook and around naye.
Sizamile ukutega asakubona izolo.
Yeah, no. No, sorry, try me. I'm not on Facebook. Sorry, guys. Not in a bad way. I'm not.
Because I tried really hard and I'm just like, okay, let's try this.
I know. And kumbuli nam. Xa ndime-activate xa ndiyokhaleza pictures ratchet, weird, zethu sibancinci. Yeah.
Vintage. On the note, only had now khona tsotetsu kugena molweni manenekazi emithando ayo ndinimamele ndilapha eDurban eThekwini. Sanibonani.
Sawubona ma, sawubona nkosazana. Hawu suka nini madoda.
Actress ke mna ke bethu nayama nyani. Babalwa.
Yes, baby.
I'm just like, I feel like I'm ready to see you again on not just I've mentioned Usibaya, but more. If you were to get an opportunity now, a call as you're leaving the door, what would happen? Let's just put you under the J.
For a role,
Mm-hmm.
I would take it. Because I said to you, I am being alive. I'm being alive now in the possibilities of my life. I am being alive and I'm grabbing those possibilities. So that is me leaving and not being undead, but being alive and conscious of that. So I would take it, definitely, and I would run with it and I would kill it.
Yeah, and you are killing it now. Like, Manu, if you just got here, just watch, start from the start and just go with it. So pull it just a small bit because Jonga and clearly like with the greatest, the one and only, and I could go on and on and on with this
I am going to take these synonyms as like what's the benzayo to describe me, and I'm gonna run with them and I'm gonna own them. Thank you. Because this is like pressure, but I'm like, okay, pressure is welcome.
But tomorrow you're ready for the launch. Everything is set.
Yes,
and
I am.
Now, why voices set out?
I am, but I'm just like, that gave me a little bit of a. And then it's becoming a reality. We are coming to the next level with the next stage. Like when you're implementing, it's stages. So obviously, each stage you realize that actually I am birthing something here.
Sana lwakho.
Sana lwami. Nini midwives ndanibetha. Ndanitywatyusha.
Isikhathi sakho babalwa.
Of course. I'm versatile. Versatile queen, babes.
Your last words? And we are closing.
I want to say thank you for the support. And guys, izani man nibukele nge-10 April. We are going to be on social media platforms. So people share attending. We'll be on all social media platforms, but I'll keep on posting also on my page. But generally, Nkosi kakhulu in advanced food.
Oh yes. sabulela bethuna sibambele ngazo zozibini kumntu wonke bekhona. Oh, I see bethuna kukho uBoot King, much love. Uthi Sherman, he's been listening on the app, not aware uba ngabagesi ba live each and every day kaloku ayibofuna umbone basihle nabani umbone uba oh nguye lo kwenzela uba ngaba khubone there's a thing whereby we've got the masks xa ugqitha inqomo mazi man keeping it digital, you know, nguye. That's her. That's who you're talking to. Get 10, make sure that you are there. I'm definitely going to be posting everything immediately that has to do. Going to be tagging her so that nange baphulaphula imbono babala, and you may please do follow her. Imbono bangabeke uzabe siphathele ntoni na. Social media zimbini. La Instagram, nala Twitter, Facebook, kuthiwa ke mhlawumbi ngeza, I'm not sure nini na.
Some resuscitate banyamfuna.
No.
I am nice and very accommodative.
Yes.
So we'll resuscitate it. You see, the actress came out. Yeah.
Jonga, hi guys. Oh yes, but King is just sending so much love. Like, it's
Thank
just sending
you.
me hearts. Oh my God.
Man, thank you.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, it has been good. It has been lovely. Looking at time, it is exactly 14 minutes after 2 o'clock, 14:14, and it is time for us to love and to leave you. But sizawufika sizoyivalekela inkqubo yethu namhlanje. Kodwa ke ngentsimbi yesithathu nje yesithandathu ukhona ke uluthando mnandi kwakunye ke nomisilela ubeniphathele #Let's Drive. But for now, take it easy. And just before, I just remembered siqale inkqubo yethu, in fact, you know, just the feature. Let me just put it like that, with ingoma ethandwa nguBabalwa kaZwa ibala ethi Ndireti. Tell us about that song.
The song is quite in season for me. I've actually always been ukhoniphatha bowe uBudzwayi says ubane bethe andinawo amandla phansi ndamamela yena. And I realized actually now for me it's not even people who are external of myself. It was myself. I prohibited myself so much because of the fear of being judged or not being enough, imposter syndrome, right? So the song for me, it's just I need to listen it daily to remind myself you are ready, you are in the right moment, everything is happening as it should, and you must be a part of this and partake fully. So that's basically what it is.
Ndireti.
On
that note, but again, if it's nice on the invasion, trust and believe, we will most definitely play it twice. Ladies and gentlemen, please do stay tuned on the app. Just because you do not see us here does not mean bangameke asiko. Tinithanda kakhulu sizophinda sidibane just before we hit at 3 o'clock. Your goodbyes.
Papayin Bitunane, Dianitanda Kakulu. She'll be back. I won't keep her away from you guys. Thank you.
I love it. Co-host 5 stands. So